Soft White Underbelly is about truth-telling. It's about creating a space for stories on society's most marginalized that venture beyond our own biases, which is why Ground News is the perfect sponsor for my channel. In a world where sensational headlines flood our feeds, some of the most important stories get overshadowed. Ground News highlights local news from around the world, which gives an on-the-ground perspective that might be missing from national coverage. The app and website empowers you to form your own opinions by serving you every article published on any news story worldwide, plus data about its credibility and where it may fall on the political spectrum. I particularly like their blind spot feed, dedicated to showing news stories that are underrepresented in the mainstream media. Their election coverage was a great example of that. It's easy to forget how much bias can shape the reality we live in. And in a world where our attention is constantly being fought over, my Vantage plan easily helps me keep up with the more important stories slipping through the cracks. So I encourage you to check them out at ground.news/SWU. Right now they're offering 50% off their Vantage plan as a limited time offer. Their platform is also subscriber funded, meaning that when you subscribe through my link or even gift it to someone you know, you're helping to hold the media accountable and you're helping my channel. Thank you very much.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to be cool and try to spare the whole situation, you feel me, not let it on for what it really is, you feel me? But yeah, Mark, I've been around, bro. You feel me? Honestly, when the whole fly situation, I was even up and around in the picture up in the background. Bro, I've been playing you, bro. Not me personally, but this bitch has been playing you, bro. You feel me? Honestly, I used a lot of that money, bro, for investments into my business, you feel me, and to grow and try to live a better life with her. You feel me, bro? Now, honestly speaking, bro, you feel me? I think, and I want to apologize, you feel me, for us getting into it, you feel me, behind her lies, you feel me? Everything just came out, bro, and I'm going to expose everything, bro, because that's not cool or fair, bro, for me to be getting the blunt end of the stick or for her to be going up on your platform lying in front of 5 million different people, you feel me? So, just like that, collectively, that little 5 million people, you feel me, collectively, my 2 little million views or whatever, we're going to see what that does, bro, you feel me? But I hope this message finds you well, bro. Have a blessed one, you feel me? And please stop getting played. If you think I'm just talking on my ass too, I can show you receipts, bro. You literally, I was just at home. You literally just paid, nigga, these past 5 days been paying me, nigga, to go home and to come back out here. That's the whole reason why she's been back in California. Feel me? Nigga, have a goddamn Maybach and a BMW 7 Series. It take about $300 to get out here. Feel me? But yeah, thank you, bro. And I be seeing you be doing that whole little PayPal shit. You feel me? You realize that that's my PayPal, right? You feel me? Like, literally. But anyways, neither here nor there.
Asriah.
Yes.
Here we are again. The never-ending soap opera that we have. The last time you were here, we had the makeup stylist cover up your tattoos and did your makeup beautifully, and you were dressed in this houndstooth suit.
Yes.
You looked really great, and the commenters really loved that. Thought, most of the comments were how beautiful you were. But then, shortly after that, you or Josh or both of you posted a video of you in the car with Josh having a great time, pretty obviously driving back from my studio with your makeup still done and in that suit. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. So he wasn't driving me back from here. He met me at my grandma's house because my grandma she wasn't informed yet that he wasn't allowed to see him without me being there. So, but she knows now he's not allowed to go see him if he wants to meet. That's between me and him and the police station. So that's what he's been doing as of now, me and him, just drop off, pick up type situation, and it's always at a police station. So,
and you told me you were going to get a restraining order on him.
Yeah, well, he seemed to back down a whole lot after the last video came out. Everything came out with him shooting at me and stuff like that.
The most suspect part of this whole thing, because even that video of you guys in the car together, you could make it you guys have a kid together. So the fact that you get along sometimes is not something that you can never be friendly with him.
Yeah.
I don't buy that. But the fact that he didn't react to that video that made him look like a devil, that to me.
Oh, he did, but I think we got more of the backlash from it, and then
that to me
CPS did end up getting involved over that. He had the police there, CPS, and they showed up to my grandma's house too in Long Beach, CPS and police and everything. So they investigated both of us, and he did pull out a gun, but because it was a blank gun. I'm not, like a prop gun, but it still can shoot blank bullets. Mm-hmm. So he didn't shoot an actual gun, so there was nothing that they could do about it. So they just, as far as, they're concerned, if we can't get along, then don't be around each other type thing.
So you're telling me you have not seen him?
He's linked up with me the night after Halloween at the police station. And he took the baby for like a couple days, brought him back to the police station. But like as far as us meeting on our own and like, meeting up at a park or in front of a grocery store or something like that, no, it's set and done that it has to be. I
don't know what to believe with you sometimes.
In front of a police station,
Sometimes you make me wonder. So I got a letter shortly after all of the stuff that we just talked about from your cousin. Do you mind if I read it?
Is it her cousin?
Your cousin. I'll read it here. Hi, Mark. I am Elizabeth, living in Long Beach, California, and I am Asriah's cousin. I have been trying to reach out to you. My heart goes out to you for genuinely trying to help Asriah, but my true belief is she will never change. For starters, she lies so much. She's definitely in touch with her mother, Brandy, who is my cousin. She's under Michelle on Facebook and Instagram, and you will know it's her by their genetic similarities. I know they're in contact because she is the person that revealed to Asriah that her baby's father is her brother. Asriah doesn't want you to contact her because the truth nobody knows will come out. Asriah was raised by her Aunt Tracy, who is Brandy's mother. She is currently living in Long Beach with my father because her husband unfortunately passed away recently. Asriah ran to the streets because she loves them and the fast money. She runs from accountability and only loves her pimp. Her mother was a prostitute, but she always was infatuated with the idea of being like her, but better at it. Asriah doesn't have a brother who died. She only has one living brother, Mayan Treat, on her mother's side. He and I are very close. She has never had custody of her boys. Myself, my sister, and my mother tried to help Asriah, but she is a manipulative taker. She kept running to the streets, growing up, living in her mother's shadow, stressing out my Aunt Tracy until she ended up in the system for running away at 17 and pregnant. We tried to show her a better way. We connected her with foster care resources, but she was uninterested because it wasn't fast money. She stayed with my mother for 2 weeks, and during that time, stole a credit card from my little sister, using it to buy her first pimp, Jeff, boxers, socks, and underwear, but then put the card back in the drawer she stole it from. My mother reported these unknown charges, and Asriah was on video making the purchase. Around this time, I let her spend a weekend over, and she brought her dad's twin brother over unannounced, and I was very uncomfortable with my 3 sons home. They were 5, 3, and 1 at the time. My house was broken into that same night while I was at work, and she was banned from my home. My sister is now a lawyer and tried to legally adopt Asriah to help her and her baby. While she was staying in my sister's home, she was caught bringing men into the home, prostituting herself, receiving $100. She also stole $200 from my baby niece that my baby niece had been saving. My sister checked Asriah's belongings to ask her about it and found the money hidden in the middle of her notebook as they were leaving for church. We got her resources for a job and housing that she refused. She preys on your heart, lies, takes, and leaves. My family has been good to her, and she hurt us all, without a second thought or care in the world. I have messages from her asking if she can stay with me while it was raining and she was homeless. I was asleep when she started messaging me and woke up to getting cursed out badly. She said, "You're supposed to love God. Some family you are, leaving me stranded and homeless while pregnant." I let her know I was sleeping and reminded her why she got banned, and the negative things that she had been doing that I was aware of. She and I were both at Walmart online on Christmas Eve, and an angel blessed us both with $500 and left. She was pregnant with her second son at the time. She gave her Nana, Tracy, $100 for raising her. This pops up in my memories on Facebook every year. I took her to visit her first son while she was lost. I took her to visit her first son when she lost him, and she wasn't interested about that life. That is my cousin JC, and he is fully in the life and was fully encouraged by Asriah to show her the ropes. JC is 20 as of October 20th, 2024. My mother wants to speak with you and has the truth about her and her mother. My mother, Jane White, took Brandy in as a young pregnant mother, and she stole from her just as Asriah did. It's like she's chasing after her mother's past, trying to be better at it. I have proof of everything I spoke about. It's disgusting to see how many good people she has used and how much money she has taken and wasted, not once thinking about her children. I hate to see people with good hearts trying to get help, genuinely get hurt, but she loves her life and drama, truth be told. We have pictures of her at Soak City and taking her to celebrate her birthday and being genuinely loved and trying to help her. She wasn't safe to have around my kids in the end, but we tried. Please contact me so she can stop manipulating you and your followers, so the real truth can surface and be revealed. Thank you for your time and what you do to help others. And this is the second letter like this I received. I received another one of these letters like 2 years ago from somebody who told me you were in a relationship with your brother and a lot of the things that you were up to 2 years ago. But I just, I try to give you the benefit of the doubt because I see that you came from nothing. You came from, even though this says you were raised by is it your grandmother?
Yeah, she had me up until a certain point, but I still was in the system.
Yeah.
At about 2 months old,
I mean,
went into
regardless
the
of the details, you had a tough childhood, but at some point you need to take a little bit of the responsibility of like all this deceiving and lying and like I know you and Josh have played me for a lot of stuff, and it's like I'm even aware of it when I'm giving you some of this help that Josh is probably getting it. But I'm hoping eventually you'll wake up and figure out, like I'm offering you this help, no strings attached.
Yeah.
And if Josh wasn't soaking in collecting money off of you, he'd be gone. But I'm waiting for you to figure this out on your own. What do you think of the letter from your cousin?
I mean, a lot of it is bullshit, but, to each their own. And I could say my grandma did try, but it was just too much for her. And I did.
You're a problem child?
Yeah, I did want to, like when I grew up a lot, like I didn't want to go stay with my grandma because I wanted to be with my mom. But my mom just wasn't ready. So.
Yeah, and your mom is still.
Yeah, not ready.
Not ready, yeah. And you're just trying. Tell me what your thinking is now with Benjamin.
Trying to give him everything that I didn't have and put him in situations where he won't have to rely on stuff that I did or, worse.
See, you've lied to me so many times that I lose track of what's the truth and what isn't. And you tell me things and I don't know. I don't know. It's hard for me to believe much of anything. I mean, like you told me you had a brother who died. I remember that.
Yeah.
But you didn't?
I have two that passed away.
You do?
Yep.
So what is she saying?
I have no idea.
Okay. You have full brothers that passed away?
Yes.
You think she would know about that? You understand the situation you put me in with all of this kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm patient. And I'm even aware of some of the hustling that's going on, and I still, I'm waiting for you to wake up and figure this shit out. Because I don't want to sit here and harp on you. It's like, there's other people I could be helping. So, I don't know. We'll see where it goes from here.
All right.
Anything else you have to say?
No, not really. Just looking to move like somewhere that's beneficial.
So you rented Airbnb up in Big Bear for a while?
Yeah.
But that's too isolated, I would think.
It's isolated, and it doesn't, like, Josh thinks I'm in LA somewhere.
Oh, he doesn't know you're staying in Big Bear.
He doesn't know where I'm at all. Like, at all. He thinks I'm out here in LA somewhere. And I just let him think it.
Do you think helping you is a waste of my time?
Not necessarily. I mean, if I was still with him, yeah.
Yeah, because people have donated like $20,000 to the GoFundMe that I connected with you. But I haven't. I set that GoFundMe up so I could hit one button and it all gets refunded back to everyone who donated. So there is no real transaction other than people offered to donate it and it gets all refunded. But I haven't decided what to do yet. So I might just let it sit and we'll see what happens. But I told you a while back that I'm no longer going to send you money.
Right.
Because I just don't trust what you and Josh are up to. Until I know what's going on with that, I just don't know how anything's going to move forward, at least with my help. I mean, I need to protect the people that are donating now to you. It's like I need to protect those people more than anything, because that ultimately is my reputation.
Yeah.
So, and my reputation is super important to me, so I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize that. And I told you a while back, the number one thing you can do to help yourself and help me to help you is build trust. So when you're in a car with Josh shooting a video, what you do is you stop him from doing that.
Yeah.
If you don't want that video to be on the fucking internet where
make it.
100,000 people are going to say, what the fuck is that? It's so blatant that you don't give a fuck. That's what it appears to me it is. So maybe bad judgment on your part, or maybe you guys are still playing me. I don't know. But I'll take some time and think about it, and we'll see where this goes.
All right.
All right. Thank you for being patient while I read that thing.
Powers Correctional. To accept this telephone call may be monitored or recorded. The use of special calling features is not permitted during this call. To consent to the monitoring or recording of this call, please press 1 after the tone. Thank you for using GTL.
Hey Joshua, can I record and post this conversation on social media?
Go ahead.
Okay, good. Hey Joshua.
Okay. Yeah.
So you were saying about the kids.
Okay, so like I've been in Azariah's life as well as little Josh's life. Me and little Josh's mom were actually married. Little Josh and Azariah actually have had phone conversations as brother and sister, even when Azariah moved to Albuquerque with the child molester that she has her first kids by. So all this, they didn't know they were related, and I have 20 kids. That's all horse shit to sell their story, because I have 7 kids. I have 4 kids by my wife. I have Azariah is my firstborn. I have little Josh, and I have a Joshua Jr. So I don't get how well, first of all, I don't get where this 20 kids shit comes from. Second of all, I don't see how they're sitting there telling.
This call is being recorded.
Trying to convince people that they have no idea that they were brother and sister. First of all, y'all have the same last name. Second of all, Azariah is a female version of me. Little Josh is a male version of me. And it doesn't occur to either one of you. And you both have talked to each other as brother and sister in the past when Azariah was in the group home. and I was visiting Azariah in a group home in Hollywood. They used to sit on my phone and talk as brother and sister. So this whole shit about they not knowing they was brother and sister, like, my thing is, whatever scheme and scam they're trying to get or run, like, that's their business, their lives. But don't run my name through the dirt in the process of trying to achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
So even when I used to go see Azariah in the group home, her thing was every time I went to see her, like, oh, Dad, can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? So basically, they know their siblings. They've always known their siblings. And they've talked to siblings. Little Josh had pretty much a sheltered life. He grew up in Moreno Valley with his mom, his grandma, and his stepdad. Excuse me. And his stepdad raising him. Azariah, her mom went to prison, lost custody of her. Azariah's grandma raised her until Azariah ran away and started dealing with the sex offender and having kids. But she had 2 kids by the same sex offender. She ran away, went to Albuquerque with the dude, started staying with him and his family. She lost custody of those kids. So it's like, this web of tales they're telling is like, I'm just not a big fan of being smothered up. Like I said, I'm not the world's perfect dad, but I'm a damn good dad to the kids I have, to my 4 kids, and I've tried to be a dad to Azariah. However, me and my wife invited Azariah into our home. However, her thing was the guy who was on the run, the sexual pedophile. She wanted him to stay in my house. That's not going to happen around my wife, first of all. Second of all, my daughter was underage, and you think I'm supposed to let this grown man who took you from California to Albuquerque and got you pregnant move into my house knowing he's a sex offender? Not going to happen. Mm-hmm. So Azariah chose at that point to stop having communication with me. So all this
call is being recorded.
I know about the 2 kids she had by him that went to the system because she didn't do what she needed to do. I know about the boyfriend she had that she tattooed his name on her face, Jordan. It's like, so she plays victim very good, because even when I got out of prison and I started visiting Azariah in the group home, she played victim very well. She had me convinced that her grandma was just like this horrible person. But then when I talked to the counselor at the group home, it was like, no, like, your grandma does for you. You just don't appreciate what she does for you because it's not name brand. It's not Nike. It's not Jordan. So you didn't appreciate the things she was doing for you. And then at first, out of guilt, I did do those things for Azariah while she was at the group home. But then when I noticed, like, you're more worried about financially what I can do for you rather than trying to build an actual relationship with me as your dad and get your life back on track. Like, your thing is you were worried more so about the financial gain. That's always been Azariah's angle, what she can benefit from financially. As far as her being a gang member, that's never happened. Azariah was sheltered by her grandma and her aunt who raised her up until she started meeting older dudes and running away and running out of state with them. Azariah is like not this street person she presents herself to be. And I just don't want people sitting there. Like, my wife has told me some of the comments people have said about me, but it's like, wait, you don't even know me, first of all. Second of all, you're dealing with a half-ass story, and it's not even a legit story. I think that's just something they're doing as a way to, have their 15 minutes of fame and possibly financial gain. Yeah, like, my thing is, Azariah has always been the one who wants to be the victim. Azariah will victimize herself to be the victim in the end, And, I mean, I'm sure these people, some of these people are probably genuine, and they probably are like, oh, poor you. But there is no poor you. Azariah is looking for somebody to foot the bill so she can be lazy and not have to provide for herself or her children. I mean, I guess on one of the videos it was said that something about an apartment in Rhode Island, and when I believe it was you got there, it was nothing but sex toys and stuff like that.
This call is being recorded.
My thing is anybody with logic should ask themselves, is that the behavior of a parent? No, it's not.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship with your brother, like, okay, let's just say for, argument's sake, which I know is horseshit, let's just say for argument's sake, you didn't know that was your brother, even though, you've seen pictures of him, he's seen pictures of you, y'all used to FaceTime on my phone together as brother and sister. You had one kid by him and then turned around and had another kid by him, and then neither one of you thought with common sense, oh, wait, we have the same last name. Hey, well, who's your dad? Or who's your mom? Who's your dad? Who's your mom? Come on, that's horseshit. I understand people do a lot of spontaneous things, but I honestly believe if there was some type of DNA test, it would show that those kids are not even his kids. That's just something they're doing for their 15 minutes of fame, like I said before. I don't honestly believe they're together in a relationship. Like, I believe that's just whatever story they're going with. You know what I mean? Like, I don't...
He's behind all the money scams and all that.
I believe that. Now that I would 100% believe. Because Asriah's a hustler, she'll manipulate men into giving her what she wants.
Yeah.
And little Josh, I hate to say it, he's like me, he's street smart. So if he finds that there's a way that he can make money, I'm sure he'll jump on the opportunity, and her being her, she will jump at the opportunity to have any type of financial gain that she can as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just the bottom line to it. As far as like being a deadbeat dad and this and that, that's bullshit. Because Asriah, I took care of Asriah as soon as I came home from prison, and she was in a group home in Hollywood. I started financially taking care of Asriah. Asriah chose to leave that group home and go to Albuquerque with the child molester and his family.
So he's out of prison now?
I believe so.
Yeah, because she told me he was in.
I believe he only got like 3 or 4 years, so he should have been out of prison.
Oh, she told me he was in prison for like 40 years or something.
No, he only got.
This call is being recorded.
Right, and I only got like max 5 years. Because his thing was they sent him to prison because he failed to register as a sex offender, and they couldn't prosecute him because Asriah got pregnant by him in Albuquerque. So they left it up to Albuquerque to prosecute him for that.
Oh.
But as far as in California, when they extradited him back to California, he got at max 5 years. Because when me and my wife were trying to tell Asriah to come stay with us and get her life together, Asriah was actually back dealing with him. As far as him being in prison for 40 years, it sounds good, I guess, but that's far from the case.
Yeah. Where are Asriah's first 2 children now?
In the system. That's the one who she had by the sex offender, and she lost custody of those children because she refused to get off of drugs, stop prostituting, and do the classes. Like, they even helped her get an apartment. Well, she turned the apartment into like some type of drug/prostitute hang up and lost the apartment, and she lost the financial help she was getting at that time to get back on her feet, to get her children. She chose instead to indulge in prostitution and drug use rather than focus on somebody's giving me a place for a year and they're helping me with classes so that I can get my children back.
Yeah, she's a very good actress. She plays the victim role really well.
Right. And this is our thing. Like, we don't want to knock nobody's hustle at the end of the day. But, Mark, there's a lot of people out there that really, truly need your help, that want to change in life. You know what I mean? That are down on their luck. You know what I mean? People like us, and, that just don't get that chance. And, and it's sad when you see somebody like her that has taken advantage of the system so many times. And then people like you that are willing to do the things that you do for her. And it just ends up being the same cycle. And we don't want to see that for you. You know what I mean?
Well, it's really kind of, it's very touching to see her own family, because I got a letter from Asriah's cousin and her aunt just recently, saying a lot of the same things you're saying. and that she's been nothing but a hustler and a con artist her whole life.
Exactly.
And now I have her dad and her stepmom telling me the same exact things.
And I've only been with him for 6 years, you know what I mean? But that was long enough to know, you know what I mean? Clearly he's been in her life because I'm passing through the video and I saw, you know, hey, that's my husband's daughter. Like, wait, and that's his son. I met his son before, so I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I really appreciate you guys filling me in.
Yeah, no problem. Just, you know, beware because you know there's a lot of people out there that need help, not them.
Because I just didn't want, you know, your kindness, because I understand from my wife you do some type of nonprofit type of work.
Well, I mean, I help people out, and my viewers want to help out Asriah too. A lot of them fall for her hustle,
Right.
so they want to donate.
Right.
I get thousands of emails saying, "How do I help Asriah? I want to help her. I want to help her." And it's like,
Yeah, that's literally a hustle because I mean, just like the tattoos on her face. Oh, you don't know your dad, and I was a Rolling Stone, but yet you make reference to the fact that I have tattoos on my face, and that's what made you get tattoos on your face.
yeah. So she does know you.
But you don't know me. I was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah. I mean, she's almost like it's like she's a pathological liar. She just can't stop lying.
Right.
This call is being recorded.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, I mean, whatever your hustle is, that's your hustle. I mean, I do knock your hustle when you're manipulating innocent people with a false pretense. Like if you're that much of a hustler, go hustle up a real job and support yourself and your children. You know, and that's the same for Josh. If these are supposedly your children, okay, go be a man. Do like I do. Go work and take care of your children. Don't depend on the handout of others. Between now and next month, Asriah will probably have 3 more miscarriages, an abortion, and be pregnant all at once. Because that's her character. She's a habitual liar. She will forget the lie she told and backpedal and get caught up in the same cycle and then try to justify it and explain that away. By Asriah being in juvenile halls and group homes, she has learned how to manipulate people to make herself the victim in a situation. And the sad part is, like, Asriah didn't have to turn to that as a survival skill. Like, me and my wife were willing to help Asriah and help her get her children back as well, but Asriah chooses, because she knows at our house there's rules, there's discipline, there's structure. You won't be bringing no grown-ass man to my house and you're underage. You won't be going to hang out with grown-ass men. You will be going to school. When you're old enough, you will be finding a job. You will do something with yourself other than just prostitute and do drugs. And that structure, when she was given that opportunity, that structure scared her, and that was totally not what she was for.
Yeah.
So her thing is, oh, if I can be the victim and I can get help.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate your writing me and calling me. You guys have been very helpful.
Thank you. I think somehow you got disconnected, but yes, and thank you for reaching back out to us. And, you know, I thank you for helping people. It's really good to see somebody really kind like you out there, because I know, you know, I was watching your video yesterday where you sat down and spoke on why you know, do what you do, and why, you know, there's not a lot of people out there, you know, that do stuff like you. So you're a true kind person, and you know you have a good heart. But it just hurt us to see, like, you know, you getting taken advantage of.
Yeah. I appreciate you filling me in. I won't let it happen again.
Right. Okay. And I'll send you those pictures as soon as I can. And if you ever need to reach out to us for anything, you are welcome to use my number.
You're amazing. Thank you so much, Tina.
All right. Thank you.
And Joshua.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Even though Soft White Underbelly consists of a lot of videos, it's really still a photography project to me. And if you appreciate the photography, sometimes it's difficult to enjoy it when it's scrolling down the screen, which is the only option I had in this horizontal format on YouTube. So last year we came out with the first Soft White Underbelly book, which is a collection of the best portraits from the thousands of interviews I've done. Each portrait in this book is accompanied by an interesting quote from the person's interview.
Oh my God.
There's more.
Wow. These aren't as bad as I thought. I look like a witch.
The book includes multi-page spreads of both Rebecca and the Whitaker family. I will not be reprinting this book when it sells out, so once it's gone for good. You can order yours at softwhiteunderbelly.org. $125, $150 for a signed copy. And thank you for watching.